Hello everyone, my name is Trittany Miller and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we're all kings and queens of our own kingdom that we call life. This is a monthly horoscope style reading, kind of an overlook for the month of April in 2020 for all Earth sign energies, Capricorn, Tauruses, and Virgos. This could be your sun, it could be your moon or your rising signs, or anywhere in your chart that is being activated during April, and just for those general energies, however they may be placed for you. So, Earth signs, it was a very interesting reading. We are going to look at your general overall energy, your greatest accomplishments, your biggest challenges, where you're at in your head, in your mental space, what you're experiencing in your relationships and in your career and finances, as well as your spirituality and spiritual development. So, without further ado, I just want to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to my channel over the past couple of months. So 1,000 subscribers is actually my first goal that I had with making this channel. So I'm really excited to get closer to that, to be able to offer polls for what you as the viewers want to see as far as readings from me, and do really cool live stuff as well to maybe receive free readings from me. So without further ado, we are going to get started with the overall energy. So the first card that we do have is number 22, Harmony. This is the sacral chakra, known as where the reproductive organs are, but this is also known for its worthiness. Do you, how worthy do you feel, and how worthy do you treat yourself? As far as how are you treating others as well? What are you expecting from others as far as how they treat you? It's kind of the golden rule. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. I feel like that's a very big lesson for you right now, and you're being a very big person. You could be really putting yourself first, or needing to be putting yourself first. I feel like you definitely had a really strong drive, and you have a very strong passion towards you. I feel like you guys are really good looking earth sign energies. So you could be someone who has very defined facial structures as well as very defined bodies, just a very strong energy and lure to you. So people treat you with a lot of respect, but people treat you with a lot of lust as well, and I feel like you do the same with others. You could be someone who could be just not very flirtatious in a bad way, but just someone who is very respectful and very upholding towards others. But you are also really needing to take a look at where do you need to put yourself first? Where did you not put yourself first in the past? And also, why did you tell yourself that you weren't worthy? I feel like you definitely turned down something, or someone may have turned you down that you took it very, very personally. And it was meant to teach you a lot of personal lessons. But I feel like you rejected someone or something, vice versa, and it's really teaching you a very deep lesson that you're still kind of going through, and I feel like it's just really stuck deep inside of you, and you could have a very strong lust for this person that may have taught you this lesson, and they just never quite left you in your energy. We do also have something coming up in the reading about people who are looking up at the stars as well. So for your greatest accomplishment, we have new beginnings. And I just was really drawn to the sky in this card for some reason. In person, it's very just detailed as far as it looking very starry and sunset. There's something between that dusk till dawn and into nighttime, the stars. This person could be someone who, you could be someone who is very outdoorsy as well. I feel like you could have had something planned in the future with this new beginnings. Perhaps you were going to go somewhere new. Maybe you're always setting new challenges and new boundaries and new goals for yourself, and you're constantly taking those chances to accomplish them. And so you're really having these new beginnings, and security, I feel like, is something that's being challenged as far as with relationships as well. I feel like with something, past opportunity in and out of relationships, really, this could have been a career opportunity or a skill opportunity that you had, that you may have not felt secure or worthy or deserving at the time, so you may have just kind of skipped out on it. Or maybe you're being skipped out on a chance right now due to a lot of global events. You could have had the chance for a new beginning, and maybe the security part of that was actually taken from you. Maybe the events got canceled, or chances that you had to show your self-worth maybe fell through. And so you're kind of taking that personally and kind of taking it as a sign of maybe, was I ready for it? Was I good enough? Will I be good enough in the future? And Spirit's just kind of wanting you to let go of that, because your greatest challenge you have is number 34, reveal your truth. So this person is definitely removing a mask. And so I do feel like this is kind of you shedding a version or self-image of yourself that you had that is no longer true and is no longer fresh. I feel like you are growing, and you're really worried about your self-worth and worthiness, or maybe you were in the past, and I feel like you came a long way, where you're able in April of 2020 to offer new beginnings towards people and accept new beginnings and opportunities, because you do feel secure in yourself, you do believe in yourself, and you do believe that you are worthy. You may have in the past beaten down on yourself, but you're not that person anymore. You kind of bossed up in April, and I kind of feel like you're being able to take the chance to step up. So the advice for what can help you on your spiritual path in the next month of April and moving forward, we have rhododrosite. It's a stone. I'm not sure if it's the same as Retinite, which is kind of like, they're just pink stones as well. And it says, be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Again, I feel like you went through something, you turned something down, or someone turned you down, if it was in a relationship type of situation, and you kind of had to take a pause, a really long pause, and I feel like it's something that you didn't really draw attention to consciously at first. Maybe you were beating yourself up and not really addressing it, and now you're kind of being forced to look at it, and over time it's came to your attention, and Spirit's saying, like, now that you just really kind of recognized it, don't beat yourself up too hard. Be gentle with yourself and be patient, and you need time to heal and recover. I feel like if you did have an opportunity in career field or skill field that maybe you are missing out on, Spirit's giving you that extra time to really prove your worthiness and kind of allow you to step your game up if you use this window to your advantage. So with that, we also had the King of Stones, the Wolf. So this is someone who does boss up and kind of goes up on their own, and answers to their calling, though, no matter how hard it is and how much they may struggle doing it on their own. Perhaps you had to heal through maybe like a past relationship or a past situation where you missed out on, and you kind of had to deal with that yourself and kind of train yourself. Maybe nobody was there to guide you, no spiritual teacher or no elders, just no one to really help guide you throughout the situation. You were kind of there alone with maybe your emotions and your insecurities, and you're left to deal with it how you normally do, and maybe that wasn't the best way in the past, so you kind of had this mask on for a while, and now things are being forcibly removed, or you're being forced to readdress it, because I feel like you're getting again a new beginning or a new opportunity that's addressing an old wound that you may not have healed, that kind of left you a little bit insecure, and it could be something that you're having to readdress and kind of come back together with the pack, or maybe come back to terms with. So in your headspace for the month of April of 2020, the first cards that we do have do kind of start off a little bit rough here on April 2020 for you Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. We automatically have the 3 of Swords, and we also have the 9 of Swords, which is kind of a rough start, again, like I said. So this could be, again, a relationship that maybe you had lost sleep on, or something that really weighed heavy on your mind and gave you a lot of anxiety or a lot of thoughts, but a lot of self-examination as well. I feel like this is something that you missed out on, or something that you turned down, that you really wish that you could have done things differently, but we have the Magician in reverse. You cannot go back and you cannot change things. If we do take it upright, though, here, we'll read it reversed here first, because we also have the 8 of Cups in reverse following that. So I feel like this is something that you definitely stayed up, kind of wishing that you would have chosen a different path, would have kind of taken that opportunity, this Magician card, this opportunity when it was upright while you had it, you probably should have rolled with it, and you probably shouldn't have went along with it. And I feel like in your headspace, though, for the month of April, you could have actually had plans, too, for something that you really wanted to do. The Magician in reverse with the Eight of Cups in reverse, this is a plan that didn't follow through, that did not happen. Somewhere that you would have been, something that you would have done and would have experienced. This could have been anywhere from a vacation to a trip to anything like that that you may have had, or any outing, really, because we also have the Ace of Wands clarifying all of that in reverse. This is a passion and activity, a movement card, and it's in reverse, so I feel like those plans just absolutely fell through. Whether it was a chance that you had with someone or just something that you really felt like you were being called to do in your heart and in your life path, but you feel like something just came in and just rained on your parade, and now you're not sure how things are going to be in the future moving forward. And I feel like you could be someone to be careful that's not using, because we are in an earth energy right now, that you're not using materialism as well to comfort you. With this quilt here, I just got like kind of like a weird vibe from it. Just make sure that that's something that you're not resulting to, especially if you're not stable in your career, which you might be, but you know, just don't try to resort to that as a coping mechanism, because I feel like the things that you've done in the past to kind of help cope with these emotions did not cut the cake, and they did not seal the deal. You're definitely going to have to readdress those past wounds, because I feel like you just really missed out on an opportunity, whether that be with a person or a plan, and it's just really weighing heavy on your mind about how things are going to be moving forward, or if, you know, you're ever going to get a chance similar of greatness. So in the relationships, we do have the same kind of storyline, but then I do understand that there are some people who are actually in relationships. And I feel like a lot of you are actually in healthy relationships right now, and I feel like you guys could have had a date planned. Maybe you were going to go and stay somewhere else in a different bed, in a different kind of like hotel, and those plans just kind of fell through. I feel like you guys were going to really have very spiritual and connected and really romantic night where you talked about a lot of emotions and where things are going and where they've been in the past, and just, yeah, so you could be trying to kind of recreate that moment at home as well. But I feel like there's a lot of you who are in healthy relationships. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which kind of shows more of a masculine energy, reaching out and kind of seducing the feminine. So I feel like there could be a lot of equal give and take in this relationship, because we also have two nines right next to each other. But we also have the Nine of Wands. So in this one, I do feel like with the woman sitting on his lap, the feminine is a little bit more invoking, and in this one the masculine is more invoking with the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like the masculine will reach out and the feminine will reach out, so it's a very equal give and take. And we also have the Nine of Cups, so there's a lot of hand holding in here. And I feel like a lot of the masculine energies have really been trying to get your attention, or maybe if you are a masculine, you've really been trying to get your eye on someone. But when you do get together, it could be I feel like if you did miss out on an opportunity, like let's say that you did miss out on someone, maybe you started off as going after them, or the masculine energy was reaching out, and it kind of got with the feminine, and I don't think they really took it as seriously as they should have, or they were just really greedy and they kind of wanted more and they didn't really see the value in it. Not saying that they didn't see any value at all, but they didn't see that particular value aside from everything else that was going on in their life. Not comparing you to other people, but comparing you to how stable you would have been. Because we also have the Nine of Wands. So this is kind of where things start to get a little bit more defensive. I feel like they didn't really start to feel the feelings almost until it was too late. So I feel like they could have really missed out on you. If you're not missing out on someone else could definitely be missing out on you, earth signs, that's for sure. And maybe you're with someone else right now and they kind of see you and they just kind of still like check up on you with this Knight of Cups. They still just kind of want to know you're okay. So I feel like this person could definitely be watching your social media if it's an ex maybe. Yeah, because I feel like if you do have an ex too, they could be kind of just reaching out and kind of trying to talk to you and kind of connect with you, but there's definitely still no sparks there. I feel like you do have someone else right now that may be better at an equal give and take for you, and someone that really makes you feel good emotionally and makes you feel really safe and protected with as well. And for you who feel like you may have missed out on an opportunity and you're really kind of struggling with this self-worth as well, the worthiness, and really demanding that in your relationships as well, that people respect you and that you have this equal give and take. I feel like the people who are really struggling with that self-worth are the people who did miss out on the opportunities with other people or other events and stuff like that, because I feel like they didn't take it quite seriously at the time. And again, I feel like finally this veil's being uplifted where they're having to kind of readdress it and actually understand why they didn't seize the opportunity, what kind of held them back within themselves, what mentalities did they maybe have, and what mannerisms. But now I feel like this person's changing for the better as well, and if this is you or signs, I feel like you are taking that change. And I feel like you're really kind of like, it's like you want to be saved, but also like you want to save other people. So I feel like that's kind of something that you're struggling with. Like, if you're always saving other people, then who's going to save you? It's kind of like a weird situation like that. So those are some very deep, complicated earth emotions, which they usually are. So we're going to move forward into the career and finances for the earth sign energies of April 2020. The first card that we do have is the World card. So this is a very illuminating card, a kind of spotlight, if you will, as well. You could be amongst all of the finances card, the career and finances, we have 4 cards here, and I do definitely see a family. And I know this was like that in my last reading for fire signs. There are a lot of family dynamics coming through with finances, because I do believe a lot of people may be experiencing working from home or spending a lot more time at home versus at work than what they normally do. So I do happen to see quite a bit of family dynamics here. Right off the bat, we do have the Queen of Cups and we do have the Emperor. So this could definitely indicate a family dynamic of a masculine and a feminine. And we also have the Page of Cups, which can indicate a younger child. And with the World card, I feel like this could indicate like a teenager as well. So I feel like there's a really even good family dynamic as far as people being around each other. And I feel like if there is a son or a younger masculine energy, they get it from their father. And if there is a younger feminine, then she gets it from her mother. I don't know. There's a lot of characteristics showing up for some reason. But let's see here. There's a lot of uncertainty here with the World right now in career and finances, and so this can be a very confusing card. A lot of people trying to find their place and find their stability in career and finances right now. But this is also kind of meant to be a kind of, a much more go with the flow card, especially with the Page of Cups. It's a very immature, very unstable, emotional, and flow kind of energy with water, so it's meant to be unpredictable, but it's also meant to be something that I feel like you can change your emotions with your job very quickly. Maybe one day you like it, the next day you don't. So maybe your work is just very inconsistent for you. So that could kind of be a little bit upsetting for you and a little bit stressful, because you don't know what you're doing day to day, or like plans are changing every single time that you go to work. So I feel like there's just a little bit instability right there. And you could really start to gain recognition though with this World card. She's stepping forward and she is the center of attention. So I feel like you could be getting a lot of recognition or just kind of starting to build that up, especially with the Page of Cups as someone who is very still early on in their energetic stages, but someone who is going to build a name in a kingdom for themselves out of their own personal interest. Not in a bad way either. It's just that they have a very, very deep passion for what they're doing. And I get a very clear activist energy as well with the career and finances. It's really that, like, you want to see a change in the world, and you kind of want to start to do your part as well, no matter how small they may be, as far as whether what you're eating or what you're doing. I'm getting also, like, protect the ocean, so you could be reducing plastic and stuff like that, or maybe your job is related to that kind of stuff. I don't know. So we also have with it the Emperor card and the Queen of Cups. So there could be a little bit of tension with this Emperor, but also with the Queen of Cups, I guess I do get a little bit of instability still, but it's like almost like it truly is when we look at the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. So they would actually probably rule very well together. I mean, he's very masculine and this is very feminine, so I feel like they would balance each other out. And I feel like you do have a really good foundation, but I feel like you're just kind of like, oh no, but really you're fine. I feel like you have everything that you need and a little bit extra, but you're still kind of like worried about it. You may be worried about where things will go in the next couple of months, but I feel like as of right now, you're just kind of, everyone's panicking, so you're just kind of pretending, you know, to like, oh yes, I'm going to faint. But yeah. So moving on, that's a really weird way to look at your career, especially dealing like your family. So like you must be around your family at work, or like maybe you work with family members, or there's a family business that maybe eventually one day you would grow up to own as well. So we are moving forward into the spiritual sector. Your spiritual lessons and your clarifiers for throughout the reading. We have number 9, the 9 of Wands. But I did just realize too though, in your career, I feel like you are taking a step up and you are gaining recognition and you're really starting to kind of make a voice for yourself. But I feel like the voice is a little bit weak with this Page of Cups. And I feel like this is kind of where that self-confidence and that self-worth is a little bit lacking. And I feel like there could be a lot of parental pressure. There could be a lot of big boss energy that could be very pressuring to you. And it's meant to be intimidating, but I feel like you're going to grow into this Queen of Cups energy. And it's just going to be someone who is very intuitive with their job and very invested in their job, and someone who is very good at multiple areas of their job with this world card as well. So if you are going through a lot of changes and doing a lot of things that you don't normally do in the workplace, it's going to make you look really good in the end. And so with this 9 of Wands, like I said, this kind of tied into that having your defenses up a little bit and kind of letting those come down and actually step forward and address those, though maybe past aggressions that you may have had towards people, maybe this past situation that you had to kind of let go of that you may have missed out on. It's like, although you may have lost that opportunity, you're not going to let it hold you back. You're actually going to step forward and maybe try it again in the future. But as far as with relationships as well, I feel like you're actually going to have an opportunity where you're going to have to like speak your truth with this 9 of Wands. You're going to have to come forward with it, and you have the Moon in reverse, so this is going to be no more secrets, no more hiding. So I feel like you're really going to have to face the truth with yourself and with letting your guard down as well, and allowing for those secrets to kind of come out and let yourself be vulnerable and really being on a one-on-one level with people. Because with one of your greatest accomplishments with the Security card and New Beginnings, I feel like you have the chance to really make new friends during this time as well, but you can't keep that guard up the same way that you had in the past. And this could be a water sign too that's coming into your life that could be having these effects on you. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that maybe you missed out on this opportunity with, but also water sign energy. It's not sign specific, and that would be like a passion or an event, again, something that you really wanted to do that you had missed out on in the month of April, and that could be due to cancellations again. So if that were to happen too, this is kind of like, so how can you bring this activity that you were really looking forward to, something that you really want to do, how can you bring that into your own life and your own actuality? So like, try to do whatever you were planning to do and try to do it from home, and I feel like it's just going to be funny, it's going to be fun, and it's gonna kind of help lessen maybe some aggravation that you have. So with this moon card being in reverse, like I said, kind of letting some secrets come out and kind of letting loose as well. We have the Temperance in reverse. And we also have the Page of Cups again. This is the second time we've had the Page of Cups. We just had it in the career and finances. So we do see that you're a little bit standoffish, but with the Moon card in reverse, and the Temperance in reverse, these are both water sign energies in my opinion. Temperance is actually Sagittarius, yes, but I'm picking up on a lot of water sign energy, and these are both in reverse, so I feel like you still may not be facing a lot of your emotions on the deepest level, but I feel like you're just kind of getting started with this Page of Cups on the surface level, really towards addressing maybe this opportunity that you lost on and how you let it affect you. I feel like you really let it affect your emotional and your relationships that you have with yourself and with others. So Spirit's kind of trying to make you humbled in a way. Like you're gonna kind of take an L and it's gonna force you to step forward and readdress things and actually level up, I guess. So that's kind of just all I'm getting for you, Earth signs. If this video resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments. You can give my video a like, or you can subscribe to see more of my future videos. And I do want to thank everyone again who has liked and subscribed in the past. My goal for my channel right now, the first goal that I ever set was actually for 1,000 subscribers, just so I could get to the polls for you guys to vote on what videos you want to see from me, and also to offer live streams with free readings from me. So I think that would be pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.